All right, guys, welcome to your first lab of Labapalooza. Labapalooza is a 4-day festival of labs where you learn the 4 different signs of a chemical reaction. Our first sign of a chemical reaction is gas formation. That's right, we're gonna make gas. Now, some of you do that on the regular in my class anyway, but this is a special kind of gas that we're gonna make, okay? So number 1, on any one of these labs, we're gonna talk about safety. For this particular lab, there's no real danger to your health because you're not going to eat or drink any of these ingredients. So because there's a minimal danger to your health, really only a danger to your clothes if you spill things on yourself, here's where our safety equipment's going to involve. You're going to wear a lab apron. I'm wearing my fancy lab coat, but you're going to wear a lab apron and you're going to wear safety glasses, not goggles, but glasses. This just keeps things from poking you in the eye, any big splashes from hitting you in the eye. If you have your own glasses and you're wearing them, you don't need to wear these, okay? But why wouldn't you want to wear these? Because... All right, second thing we're gonna talk about with any lab after safety is what are the ingredients in the lab? And when we talk about a chemical reaction, we're talking about 2 things. First, we have the reactants, the ingredients that go into the reaction. And then we have the stuff that comes out of the reaction, which are called products. So reactants and products. So the chemical reaction that we're going to be working with today is an easy household one that you've done many times before. It's the reaction of baking soda and vinegar. Now I'm going to put up on the screen the chemical formula that shows you that reaction, okay? So here we have baking soda added to vinegar. Vinegar is mostly acetic acid mixed with water. And that gives us a combination of products, including carbon dioxide. Now, carbon dioxide, as you might remember, is a gas. And when a reaction creates a gas, the gas creates bubbles that rise to the surface. So that's what we're going to see today. Now, you've probably seen baking soda and vinegar mixed together to make bubbles. But today's lab is about controlling the reaction, okay, to get just the result we want. So let's take a look at what that means. You're going to have all the following equipment for your lab, including 2 graduated cylinders, a large one and a small one, a squeeze bottle that has dish soap in it, a container of vinegar, not a lot of vinegar, but just enough for this lab, and a container of baking soda, along with a weigh pan and a scale that you'll have access to. Your job is to mix together just the right amount of baking soda and vinegar and dish soap so that the bubbles in your graduated cylinder will stop exactly at the 100 mark. They won't go any higher or any lower. We want the bubbles to stop right at that 100 mark. When you're able to make that happen, your job is to write down the exact recipe, the amount of dish soap, vinegar, and baking soda that made that happen. Now, in order to be successful in this lab, you need to make sure that you clean out everything after every trial so that you don't carry things over from one lab to another. I'm also going to suggest that you don't use any more than about 2 drops of dish soap. So 1 and 2. That's all it's going to take. If you use any more than that, your bubbles are going to go crazy and you're not going to hit that 100 mark. The amount of vinegar and baking soda that you are given is limited. You don't get any more than what you have in your cups. So you may want to start small and then add more each time until you hit the target. Because if you start big and the whole thing overflows, you're going to run out of ingredients and not be able to hit your target. Now, in addition to all that, there are also a couple of questions you're going to answer. Okay, the first question is, what did you notice about the amount of reactants affecting the amount of products that were created? In other words, if you added more reactants, did you get more products or less products? That's question 1. And then question 2 is, what was your magical recipe? What was the amount of vinegar and the amount of baking soda and the amount of dish soap that got you 100 milliliters of bubbles? All right? All right, get ready for the lab.